Okay. Well, moving on, we're going on to Faye. She's a 6 hand size, 25 health character. Chaos, good, and water. She has one foundation, one enhance. If the top card of your discard pile has no block, add it to your momentum. If it has a +1 or +2 block, add this card. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. If it has a +3 block, this attack gets +2 or -2 speed. If it has a +4 block or higher, add one asset or tech attack from your discard pile to your hand. That's a mouthful, man. That is a mouthful. I think she's great. I'm just worried about her low vitality, but she has 4 abilities into one, so...
I mean, she has onboard damage reduction.
Mhm.
Like, you should be able to use that at least once or twice in a game, so
Yeah.
that 25 is deceptive.
Yeah.
It's more just you can be in danger of just getting, like, one shot. But I don't think that that's, like, particularly low, given her abilities. It's more that it's kind of a spin the wheel type thing. But, as we'll see, she has tools to mitigate that.
Yep.
So,
Tim, any thoughts?
So I was talking with Chris before we started recording, and I just think that her entire ability being one ability might have been a mistake. There are a number of different ways I guess you could have structured it, but if she wants to add a card or add a momentum to her hand, Never Stumbles will stop that. If you are trying to reduce damage,
no matter what you want to do, right? Like something like Living Pendulum will stop it because this is an ability that can change speed.
Yep.
So
she has a lot of different things that really don't, I think, have any business interacting
with her
for that when she's trying to do that purpose. That can totally hose her. And it's just, I don't know, maybe you make it into 4 different abilities that each you can only play one of her 4 abilities per enhance. Maybe that's more confusing. I don't know. I just think that she's very susceptible to counterplay is my biggest gripe with her.
Yeah, I mean, just the way it's worded, you're gonna you have that splash over hate. But yeah, the only other way that they could have done is, like you said, where it's a bunch of abilities and then each is only playable once per hand. Or no, I guess you can only play one.
One,
but that's going to take up so much card play. Like that's going to take up so much more card space. So I think they had to do it this way.
All right.
I also don't love the picture on it, but that's a personal.
Oh, you don't like it?
I think Faye's a strong character, and this doesn't.
Oh,
this doesn't.
It doesn't
suggest that.
I got it. Yeah, that's true. Moving on to Getaway Fire, is a 5 difficulty 2 check +4 mid block. 4 mid for 5. Faye stun 2 ranged combo tech. It's a lot of keywords. Combo E, add 1 tech attack from your card pool to your hand remove this attack from the game after it resolves. Deadlock E, add the top card of your discard pile to your hand. It is an ultra rare. It's her ultra rare attack.
Yep.
This card's fantastic. For an ultra rare, I should say, it's fantastic. She gets the stun 2, so it helps you push through the damage. You get to put the card you comboed from, into your hand. That's pretty good. So it makes her a pseudo 7-hander for a turn while she's attacking with it. And then the Deadlock E just adds another card. So I don't know how prevalent Deadlock's actually going to happen with the format of Bebop, but Tim, looks like you have something to say.
So this is the ultra rare that I wish my favorite character from Street Fighter had. This is what Shoryu Reppa should have been for the combo E.
And only played on a 6 instead of a 7?
I mean, change the combo requirements or don't. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the combo could be attack, and it can still just say add another punch or kick, so it couldn't add itself. And then it's combo attack, but the attack would have to be a punch or kick for it to do anything. Yeah. So it'd be easy enough.
I think this is going to have a much stronger occurrence of playing than Shoryupa does, because Shoryupa is just not that exciting.
Yeah, it's not. It also combos with her ability, so if you have one on top, you can pick it right back up from your discard pile. So that's actually really good.
Yeah.
No, this isn't attack. You can't pick it up. You can pick up something else.
Oh, it's not attack, is it? Okay,
No,
my bad. Yeah, then okay, my fault then. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm bad.
With the Deadlock,
blind over here.
It is. I'm reading it on a little screen, so
But you can, if you have some way of discarding, if you have, say, two getaway fires, you can discard a getaway fire. Since the +4 on top, you can add a tech attack, and then you can deadlock E, add a getaway fire that you had on top.
Yeah, that's
back to your hand.
That's super late.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, but it could still happen though. It could still happen.
I think this card, we'll see. I actually don't know how much it's going to see play. I think it's one of those cards that is going to be a ton of fun. I think you'll definitely see it in Faye decks because of the stun too. She's the one that's going to get the most use out of it for sure. It's a 5/2, so like if you're using the combo, you're going to be playing it on a 6. This seems like the kind of card that you use later in the game. Like this is a card that you use on a turn where you have like this, another attack or two, and you can just turn it into like a ton of attacks. So we'll see. We'll see how fast the game is. This attack to me feels like it wants to be in a deck that is a wall deck and wants to set up a combo with this. Like this seems like a card that you build a deck around. I don't think you just throw it into whatever.
Sure.
So we'll see. I think that the format's too fast for this to really make a dent.
All right. Next is Nipu Distraction. 5/3, no block. 4 low for 5. Powerful 3 tech. If you have at least one momentum, add the top card of your discard pile to your momentum. Deadlock E. This attack gets multiple 3. It's a rare. So can we welcome back a weird version of Murakumo? Me and Tim basically said that.
Now, on the other hand, this attack is going to see plenty of play.
Oh, of course. This card's amazing. What are you talking about?
This is the reverse Murakumo.
Yeah, reverse Murakumo.
Starting with multiple.
Yeah. Yep.
It can get multiple.
It gives itself... You gain momentum off of it, which is fantastic. You have to have one already, but at least it self-feeds, which is great.
So this shares, 2 symbols with Bubble Man?
Yes.
So... you can get the momentum pretty easy. The multiple go away after the first one because, if you can even get the multiple. I guess the deadlock gates that a little bit.
It doesn't say for the rest of the turn, yeah.
Right. But being able to, just stack, some free momentum and that powerful 3, that's the thing. Is something like this, it's got water, so you can put it at the end of chain after, a curse splat when your opponent, thinks that you're done. And then here comes this, powerful 3 attack that you could easily have 2-3 momentum all of a sudden just from this, from Faye's ability to get if there's a non-block. Who is it? If it's a non-block.
It's a non-block,
right?
yeah. Yep.
Well, this also has a non-block, so you can add it. But you could easily get that powerful 3 going for 9+ damage. This is pretty good.
If you're playing her off of Chaos, you also have probably access to, obviously you're playing Surveyor with her, so you could add one with her ability. If you don't use the powerful, you can just pull that out, play it again, get 3 extra damage. You have a potential of almost shoot 8 damage to start with just Surveyor on it. That's a pretty nice. That's a pretty beefy attack. But yeah, this thing's gonna see a lot of play. Definitely. I think maybe Bubble Man will play it.
I don't know. The deadlock is... Yeah. I forgot it was deadlock. Yeah. I was just thinking it was...
I still don't think you... it just...
On the other hand, so here's the thing. So that, for Getaway Fire, I talked about sort of wanting, a wallish deck to sort of get that to go off. This is also, for the deadlock, is, something that you could see in, a Woodman. It's got 2 symbols with them. And, a Vincent Gray... on good, like Garrett was playing. It doesn't have a block, so he might not.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of thing where if you can get your opponent in a situation that they get up to deadlock, this card is terrifying.
Yeah, that's 20 damage right there. It's pretty nice. And then you could also Rain Flush after it off of good, if you wanted to, I guess, because reasons. I don't know. Moving on to Poker Alice. It's a...
I can read.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's 2/5. It's got a +1 high block, which is great for a foundation. Then 2 abilities. E flip. Choose 1 card in your discard pile and place it on top of your discard pile. And E commit. If your attack speed is less than printed, it gets +4 speed. This actually reminds me. We didn't discuss this with when we first showed Faye. So... all of her stuff keying off the top of the discard pile is a little bit of like a hazard, if you will. The discard pile is always supposed to be ordered, but in casual play especially, you see people just clearing their pool any old way, doing whatever, these all go in whatever order.
Yeah.
So people are really going to have to get used to the fact that it's like the most recent thing that went in there. Someone said, unless you like change the order, whatever. But basically, right, it clears from
right to left.
I guess like right to left.
Yes.
Yep.
Or if you're doing it the opposite way, left to right. However you play the cards into your pool, top to bottom, I don't know. But she has a decent amount of control over that. So like she can just play in a poke attack that has like a decent block on it, and if they don't, if they block it, that's going to be the top card of your deck or of your discard pile for their turn, and that's the one that like gives damage reduction, right? Is if it has like a +1 or +2?
Yeah.
So if you lead with an attack like that and they block it, then you can just build out, and you have the check that you want on top of your deck. I mean, obviously, this also allows you to set that up, which is good because Faye is sort of like such a spin the wheel that it's good that she has some tools to control that a little bit. I don't really know if anyone else cares. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might get play in some stuff just because it has like a +1 high block. That's terrific. But I don't really know who else is going to be able to make too much use out of these abilities.
There may be a couple cards that pick up cards from the top of the discard, right? Is there one? Other than Getaway Fire? I don't know offhand.
I guess, but I really don't think you're running Getaway Fire in anyone but Faye.
Yeah, well, no, I understand that. Yeah.
I think the second ability on this is actually one of the better ones because you can High School Crusher on attack.
Yep.
And then give it +4 speed, so overall +3 speed.
You could.
It's just like Heart of the Mountain, where I've seen people reduce like their attack by 1 and then pump it by 4. Or not Heart of the Mountain, Heart of Flame.
Oh, Heart of Flame. Yeah.
Whatever that Hikaru card is.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting. I don't think I've seen anyone run that card. So.
Either way.
You also only have one other person in your player.
Yeah, and we play good cards. So.
Oh, come on, guys, come on. I actually like this card a lot in her. Obviously, this card's going to be a 4 in her, but I think it actually may, like Rob said, with the +1 high block, that's nuts for a foundation. And off the fact that it does have speed hate, I guess, because if someone reduces your speed, you get you could bring it back to printed or more. So it's kind of nice. You want to do Welcome to Woody's, Rob?
Sure, I can do this. It's a 2/5 on no block. Has some great art. And one ability E: discard the top card of your deck. If the discarded card had a +1 or +2 block, this attack gets +1 or -1 speed. Honestly, like I look at this and I just see like a draft card.
Yeah.
This I don't think is really going to find any place at all in standard or like in a constructed format.
Sure.
I mean, maybe there's some stuff I'm missing, but like offensively, I mean, I don't know. You could easily just run. I mean, especially if you're on good. I mean, you can run Guile's Foundation that just both of you mill the top card for free. Like that's once per turn, but whatever.
Yeah.
Or you could run the Vincent Gray card, No Surprises.
Oh, yeah.
And you could do that every attack, and like you're making a check, but really. The idea of this is you don't like what the top card of your deck is. I mean, if you're milling that looking for speed, you could be running better cards.
Yeah.
This is really just spinning the wheel. I want to see something different, and there are way more cost-efficient cards that can do that. On defense, you can do High School Crush, which is if you check that and put a +3 on top, you get the -1 anyway, and then you can give it -2 more.
Well, if you're playing her off of good, you do have Armor Expert to set it up, but that just seems like it's a little out of the way to do that, and you have to have over 10 foundations. So
I mean, this is also a non-block. Like this card is.
It's literally I want to see a different card on top, and if I happen to get lucky, I'll get an extra little bonus.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is.
I don't know. I mean, if you're playing this, like you're in a bad spot.
Tim, do you want to do Useless Futility?
Useless Futility. 2/5, +3 mid block. E flip. Shuffle 3 cards from either player's discard pile into their deck. E commit. Choose 1 card in your opponent's discard pile. Your opponent shuffles it into their deck. Right away, this card kind of makes me think of Fool Me Twice a little bit, except for instead of putting it on the bottom, it just shuffles cards in. Right. But also, you'll find some use in this to stop Cannonade or to stop
Ed 9, Mad Perot.
Ed 9 or Mad Perot or like Tengu Dive shenanigans. It seems okay. I think this is one of those I might have one in my deck, or it might be a side thing if something that wants stuff in the discard pile becomes really prevalent.
I think going forward, I think this card will see a lot more play going forward once Bebop comes out, because right now, really the biggest cards that do that.
Well, I can assure you that it will see no play until Bebop.
Well, obviously. Duh. Sorry. You know what I meant, that it's going to see it. If it was out now, you wouldn't see it as much if it is, until those cards come out, is what I'm trying to say. Because, whatever. I'll just shut up now. God, how bad. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Chris. We love you, man.
Oh, God, I'm so tired right now. I'm tired of you kids. Jerks. But yeah, I think it'd probably be a good solid 2 of. Maybe side more if you have to, go against, a stacker character,
I think it depends on the matchup.
Yeah.
I could definitely see this at least being like a 1 of on every symbol, just to give you that out. And possibly more in the side. For Faye, the flip is nice because it lets you set up that top.
Yep.
It's 3 cards, doesn't matter where they're from. So you can basically dig. So you basically have access to the top 4 cards of your discard pile with this card. Also, people some other people can use it. So I just thought the only other person I can think of that might want top of their deck use is Sienko. So that she can set up her checks. So this Poker Alice, those cards. So there's someone else who might play those.
Yeah.
And the commit's nice. It's sort of reusable. Was it? I guess Seeking Information. That was that just yours though?
That was yours.
Okay.
That was a 4.
So this is like a reverse Seeking Information. Yep. That can be good. I mean, we've seen several things in this set that can go digging in the discard pile. So it's nice to be able to just kind of bury something and they'll have to draw it.
Anybody want to do Red Tail Missiles or?
Oh, one last thing is that I just realized also, because this has good, when you've checked all 4 of your Rain Flush in the first 3 turns, this lets you potentially still draw into that.
I've never done that.
All right, so next is...
I also wasn't on good, but...
Oh, poor Rob. Did you check all 4 Rain Flushes at one point? When did this happen?
I did that against Jeremy Ray in Tops at Rochester.
Oh, that sucks.
I was like, well, hopefully I'll cycle. I did not cycle against Disbro.
And not a lot of people do. That guy's really good. So Red Tail Missiles. It's a 5/3 attack, +1 low, 4 high for 6. Charge tech. E, discard the top card of your deck. This attack gets a damage bonus equal to the discarded card's block modifier. Deadlock E, your next check to play an attack gets +5. I see this card and I think Blanca says hello.
Basically.
Yeah. This card's really good in him. But I think it's a really good, I think, opener, because it sets up your top of your discard. You get extra damage. You could possibly get speed with Faye if it's the right check. I mean, the right block mod. The Deadlock E, who knows if that's ever going to hit, because right now, really the only character I've ever gotten to Deadlock with is Woodman, but that's kind of like his shtick, so.
Chris, we gotta teach you the ways of playing the long game.
Hey, man, I try to play the long game, but the kids around here.
You can play the long game, but your opponent has to, cooperate with you.
Yep.
They can just sit there at 10 foundations and be like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like the card as a common. I think it's a really good, I don't know. I just think it's overall, it has more damage than its difficulty, so that's always a plus. The +1 low block's really good, especially on Chaos, because they have some shitty blocks. So, especially on low zone. I don't know. You can Rain Flush it, which is pretty awesome. So
I think this is a numbers card.
Yeah.
It's got the +1 low. It's got a decent zone. It's a lot of damage. This is kind of like a value attack, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That 5 diff's a little rough. I feel like there's a lot of things you can do better with your some 5 diff slots.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the kind of thing I could see you like playing for the tech keyword if that's something that your deck wants. Like you said though, Blanca. I mean, he definitely likes the charge. The fact that it's not mid. Like a lot of his
likes
decks
the
are.
charge.
Is that Guile? Maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. I mean,
it doesn't have order though, so we'll see.
Hey, that water E Honda is starting to look kind of nice with all these 5 difficulty Faye attacks.
Yeah.
How about that water DJ?
No, nothing makes DJ good.
These might make DJ good, man.
No, they won't.
Or should I say Mon?
It's not mid.
That's also that's also a plus.
If there's one thing I can say about this attack, it's that it's not mid.
Red Tail Gunfire. It is a 5 difficulty 3 check, +2 high block, 3 low for 5. Charge tech. E, choose up to 2 cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. E, if your opponent has more foundations than you do, add one of their foundations to their momentum. Deadlock E, this attack gets EX4. I think this card is okay. It's an uncommon. I think it's alright. You get to choose discard. You get discard manipulation. You get to snipe a foundation if you're behind on build. So that's pretty good.
Any foundation.
Yeah, any foundation. Yeah.
I wish this was ranged.
Yeah.
You could run it in Lily.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dig one of their foundations and then bury another one.
Yeah.
No, you know what? No. Screw that. I don't want that. Gross.
Wait, you gotta make Lily playable, man.
Lily's so good just running over people. Come on. I don't know. This is another 5 diff. I don't think we've seen any attacks for Faye that aren't a 5.
No, they're all 5 so far.
They also, does every single one of them have deadlock as well?
No. I can look. Let's see. Yes. Yes, they do. They all have deadlock. Yeah. Hey, look, Faye's a deadlock character.
So that's, I don't know. Like, that's a little strange to me. We'll see. I feel like, I don't know how well she's going to be going to deadlock.
Yeah.
Or forcing people to go to deadlock, as the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And
considering this attack gets rid of a foundation if they have more, so yeah.
Yeah. And then like passing all these checks. Like I don't know. I don't really see her stuff as very cohesive. It doesn't seem to like fit together very well to me. Like her foundations go with her like ability, but like the attacks just seem like a 5/3 that does something, a different 5/3 that does something. Like none of them, I don't see her attacks as something that I can, I play this into this, into that.
Unless like we haven't been shown. Obviously, we haven't been shown everything, so maybe she has.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying purely based on what we've seen.
Yeah, I hear dogs. Guys are super loud. Sorry. My dogs are going crazy. They're going wild. Yeah, that was one thing I was talking to Tim while we were waiting on you, is that all of her attacks just seem super pricey right now. Until we see something that's maybe like a 4 diff, or maybe she'll get a couple 3s. So
yeah, who knows?
That would be kind of nice. Hey, but you know what? It's not my problem though. It's a 1/5 +3 high block. E, discard 1 card. The next card played this turn gets +1 or -1 difficulty. That should say attempted, correct?
Yeah.
Attempt to play?
Right. So technically, the way it's worded is it wouldn't actually change the difficulty until after it gets successfully played. So it does nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure what it means is that it's like the next card that is attempted.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll bother to errata that or if they'll just kind of hand wave it into, this is kind of a weird card. It's just another way for her to sort of set up the top of her discard pile, but she's a 6-hander. I don't really know how much she wants to just pitch cards to set stuff up.
Yeah.
It might be more of an offensive thing when you really just need that certain card on top and you don't care how it gets there.
Yeah. But if you're doing it offensively, can't your opponent
mind games card?
Your opponent can just burn it, right? If
they block, that burns it off. And it won't do anything because it changes the difficulty, not the block modifier. But I mean, it's cool if like they want to dodge or something. If they want to play like an action.
It has some sick bounce fighter synergy though. You pitch that bounce fighter, then you sweep it into your momentum.
There you go.
You can do that.
Actually, you know what? This is a great opportunity. I don't know why I would play this card on water. I don't know why I would play this card instead of Mysterious Mr. X. Because for Faye, Mysterious Mr. X says, discard a card from your hand, choose any foundation in your discard pile, and put it on top of your deck.
Yeah.
So as long as you're running foundations that have the range of blocks that you want, you can put any of them on top.
Yeah.
Because it comes into play, it gets... Huh?
On discard.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm saying, like, you discard a card and then just pick one and put it on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, even Poker Alice. I think you run Poker Alice because there's a +1 high block.
Yeah.
But for Faye on water, I think that's going to, like, be an auto-include for her.
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of fun, though. She may be the best Mysterious Bread deck.
That's good.
And Chaos. Yeah. So if they do change that, she will still be more than able.
Yeah. To run the Mysterious Bread. Oh, that'd be great.
Vega.
Unlike Vega. Rob's so salty, looking and shaking his head.
I'm done talking about that.
Okay, so...
Let's talk about the most hot and talked about card that everyone's happy to see.
Take it away, Rob.
No one's salty. Gateway Shuffle. It's a 2/5 no block. Remove. Your ranged tech or weapon attack gets +6 damage. You may add one card from your discard pile to the top of your discard pile. And then a second E, this attack gets -5 damage. So, yeah, they kicked this off and compared it to Absurd Strength, which people were really happy about because
they were the happiest
card that people have fond memories of. I think Wagner covered this pretty well in our previous show. But the other thing about this is that second E, really just completely makes up for the fact that this doesn't have a block. Giving an attack -5 damage with no minimum. There's plenty of attacks that literally just makes 0 or less.
Yes.
Probably most attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And on what 2 of these symbols? Right, Chaos and Good. Those are also symbols that you have dodge.
Yep.
And dodge. Dodge is nice because you get that bounce. Like you get to bounce one of their foundations, but you got to pay that cost first. And what is it? A 5 diff.
Yeah.
So you can fail that. This is a 2 diff, and it's like you're not going to fail this card.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This card is great.
I like it how it.
I expect to see it in a lot of decks.
I like it how if you stack your check properly, you could potentially get -7 damage on an attack, and it doesn't have a minimum. That's great.
Well, no, because. You get to stack
you're right.
and you give minus.
Yeah.
But when you're adding damage, right, you can stack something for Faye to give more damage.
More damage or speed.
Or anything.
Yeah.
You can give something that gives you momentum, speed. Whatever.
That's true. Yeah. Because you'll make the check to play the card. So,
Tim, would you like to say what card that you think they should have compared this to? Prototype?
That wasn't me.
Oh. Well, you can take credit for it.
Yeah, you can take credit for it, man. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, sure. If you had suggested that this get compared to Prototype instead of Absurd Strength, I think there would have been less negative feedback.
That's also true.
But I don't know. I just think it's an extremely strong card, and it's definitely going to be one of the Chase ultra rares out of this.
Oh, I think without a doubt, I agree with that. I'm with Dave that I wish it would have been a rare than an ultra rare personally, but.
I think Dave even has come off that a little bit once he started looking at things. You see Templar, you see Throw It Down, you see Prepare to Fight.
Yep.
There's so many just like staple ultra rare actions. I don't think this is anything different. I think that, I think this is life.
Okay. Okay then. An Evening with Gren. It's a 1/5 no block. Opponent's turn, destroy, add 1 non-attack card with no block from your discard pile to your hand. So hey, look.
Hey, did the card we just looked at have a block?
Nah, it didn't. No, it didn't. No. And if you use the defensive enhance, it just goes right into your discard pile. So,
no,
pretty good. You can also pick up There was another card. Was it that one really bad? Welcome to Woody's if you wanted. You can pick that up.
Yeah, or you can pick up Dodge.
You can pick up Dodge. You could pick up Balance Fighter if you have like a design for combat to use. You know.
Yep.
So it's not bad. I think it's a decent card.
I'm really glad this doesn't have a block.
Yeah. The non-block is actually pretty fair. I don't know. I think it's good. I think you're going to see some play in it. The issue is I think you're going to have decks that like you're going to have to balance out your actions with Dodge and Faye Hammer. I don't know.
I think you pick one.
You think so?
It depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
It also depends on how. Honestly, I feel if you're going defensive, I mean, you might almost want Dodge more than the Hammer, but we'll see.
Okay.